Imagine that everything you desire, everything you hold in your heart, is already searching for you. Your dreams, goals, and the things you long for, they all have a magnetic force, ready to come into your life. But to attract them, you must create a clear path within yourself. Belief is the origin of all we experience. Every outcome, every shift, every reality we find ourselves in stems from what we hold as true within us. Often we assume that reality is rigid, shaped by forces outside our control, dictated by circumstances, and defined by the limits imposed upon us by others. Yet, when we look deeper, we see that what we hold in our hearts, what we truly believe, begins to transform our perception, our actions, and ultimately the life that unfolds before us. I think of belief as the invisible architect of our lives. It sets the parameters within which our experiences manifest, unseen but powerful. If you believe the world is a place of scarcity, then scarcity is what you will see, and it will color every opportunity and every interaction. This belief, held strongly within, narrows your vision to find lack, interpreting even the smallest of setbacks as further evidence that abundance is out of reach. However, shift that belief to one of abundance, and suddenly you notice opportunities everywhere, openings, synchronicities, and people who enter your life to offer resources or connections that expand your reach. Belief begins with a decision to see things differently. It's the foundation of faith, the raw material of manifestation. As you commit to a belief, you start noticing moments, feelings, and experiences that align with that belief. In essence, belief sets the tone for how you interpret events. A person who believes in their own value and capability enters each situation with confidence, no longer plagued by self-doubt or fear. They approach challenges as opportunities, setbacks as temporary, and any failures as valuable learning experiences rather than confirmations of inadequacy. This foundational belief in oneself changes how one responds to the world, creating ripples that expand to the environment and situations around them. When a belief is deeply held, it becomes a subconscious lens through which we view everything. It's like planting a seed that continues to grow, without requiring conscious effort. Once you believe something strongly enough, your mind operates in alignment with that belief, seeking out confirming evidence in daily life. We start to filter information, notice things that reinforce our beliefs, and overlook or ignore things that contradict them. In this way, belief becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. People who hold beliefs about love and harmony find themselves in relationships where kindness and understanding flourish. Those who believe in continuous growth and improvement keep finding ways to evolve, learn, and grow, while those who believe in limitation are met with challenges that seem to reinforce those constraints. The power of belief extends beyond the conscious mind and into our subconscious behaviors. When you believe you are worthy of success, your posture changes, your voice carries more strength, and your eyes project confidence. People around you respond to this energy, often unknowingly, in ways that align with your self-perception. A person who believes they are capable will naturally approach new tasks with enthusiasm and a can-do attitude, diving into challenges with a readiness to overcome them. This builds momentum, and with each success, the belief is further entrenched, creating a cycle that continuously reinforces itself. Even when setbacks occur, someone rooted in self-belief will interpret these setbacks as temporary or merely instructive, rather than as proof of inadequacy. Belief also shapes our habits and routines. Those who believe in their physical vitality and health are often drawn to activities that promote well-being. They may gravitate towards nourishing foods, regular exercise, and mental practices that support a balanced life. This doesn't happen by mere intention alone, but by the subconscious guidance of deeply ingrained beliefs. Conversely, those who believe they are limited or prone to illness might unknowingly choose behaviors that do not serve their health. Such choices, driven by belief, set off cycles in one's health, career, relationships, and mental well-being that reinforce the original mindset. One of the most significant aspects of belief is its ability to alter perceptions of the world. Two people can stand side by side looking at the same situation. yet see completely different realities based on what they believe. Consider someone who believes they are lucky and that life supports them. When an opportunity appears, they're quick to see it as a gift, a chance to move closer to their desires. This same event, however, might be perceived by someone with a different belief as intimidating or even threatening. Their belief colors the opportunity as something dangerous or as something meant for others but not for them. The person with an empowering belief, however, sees each situation as a stepping stone, a sign that the universe is aligned with them, and they respond accordingly, reaping the benefits of this outlook. Belief is not merely an abstract concept, it is a functional tool that transforms the lens of perception into the real, tangible experience of daily life. Through consistent thoughts, emotions, and actions aligned with a particular belief, reality begins to mold itself around this inner blueprint. Beliefs, therefore, are not static, they are dynamic forces that shape our reality through every thought we think, every feeling we emit, and every action we take. What's perhaps most profound is that belief often doesn't require visible evidence to take root. It starts with a conviction, an inner certainty that transcends the need for immediate proof. As this certainty grows, it begins to affect our external world. Aligning with desire is the art of synchronizing our thoughts, emotions, and actions with what we truly wish to experience. It's a dynamic process where we don't just wish for something passively, we embody its reality, feeling and thinking as though it has already arrived. This alignment is an internal shift that magnetizes our desires toward us, transforming wishful thinking into lived experience. To align with desire, begin by clearly defining what you want. Many struggle to manifest their goals because they have a vague or shifting sense of what they're aiming for. When the mind is scattered or unsure, energy dissipates. Clarity is the first pillar of alignment, and it serves as a map that directs our inner and outer worlds. When we commit to a vision and articulate it with precision, the mind has something concrete to work toward. Instead of wavering between options, we hold a single focus, intensifying our power to attract. Once clarity is established, it's essential to develop the right mindset. Alignment with desire means thinking thoughts that reinforce what we want, not thoughts that contradict or doubt it. For instance, if someone desires a fulfilling relationship but continually entertains thoughts of loneliness or unworthiness, they are in a state of misalignment. This inner conflict sends mixed signals, creating resistance that repels the very thing they want. In contrast, when thoughts consistently affirm that the desired outcome is both possible and present, the mind and body begin to resonate with that frequency, clearing a path for it to enter reality. Emotions play a powerful role in aligning with desire. Feelings are energetic vibrations, and each emotion carries its unique frequency. The feeling of joy, gratitude, or love for what you seek creates a harmony that draws it closer. This emotional frequency works as a signal to the universe, saying, "I am ready, and I am open to receiving," but it is not enough to simply think about the feeling, one must immerse in it. If a person wants success, they must feel successful even before evidence appears. This feeling is like a magnetic pulse, bringing opportunities, people, and circumstances that match it. Aligning emotions with desire requires cultivating a deep sense of worthiness. Often people desire things but harbor underlying beliefs that they do not truly deserve them. This unworthiness acts as a block, preventing alignment. When one believes they are unworthy, they engage in self-sabotage or turn away from opportunities. To fully align with desire, it's essential to affirm worthiness continuously, embracing the idea that one is deserving of all good things. This belief in worthiness strengthens the alignment, creating a smooth channel for the desire to flow through. Actions must also align with the desired outcome. It's not enough to simply feel or think about what one wants, one must take inspired action that moves in the direction of that desire. These actions do not have to be grand often. Small, consistent steps signal commitment and help to bridge the gap between desire and manifestation. A person seeking financial abundance might take actions that reflect financial stability, such as budgeting, saving, or investing wisely. Even if the actual financial abundance has not yet materialized, these actions show faith and confidence in its arrival. Taking these steps nurtures the belief that the outcome is inevitable, creating a pattern of behavior that is congruent with the desired state. Part of alignment is also about releasing attachment to the how and when of the manifestation. Many people delay their desires by insisting that they must arrive in specific ways or within set timelines. This attachment creates resistance, a force that disrupts the flow of energy. When we release control over the details and instead trust in the unfolding, we leave space for opportunities to come to us in unexpected ways. This trust in the process is a powerful form of alignment, allowing us to stay open to the path the universe has chosen for us. Visualization is another tool that strengthens alignment with desire. By vividly imagining the desired outcome, one anchors the mind to a specific image, grounding the vision in the present moment. This practice of visualizing regularly helps the subconscious mind adapt to the idea that this desire is already a part of reality. Through visualization, the mind becomes familiar with the feeling and experience of having what it wants, allowing the body and emotions to align naturally. Language is a subtle but impactful aspect of alignment. The words we choose can either reinforce our alignment or weaken it. Speaking about the desire as if it's a future event keeps it distant, whereas talking about it in present terms brings it closer. Saying, "I am becoming, I am receiving," or "I am grateful for" creates a state of being that aligns directly with the experience of having the desire. Words are like spells, and the language we use in relation to our desires should reflect a state of presence and fulfillment. Environment also plays a role in alignment. The people we surround ourselves with, the spaces we inhabit, and even the routines we follow all impact our alignment. Being around people who support our desires and removing ourselves from environments that breed doubt or fear can create a cleaner, more focused energy that resonates with what we want. When our outer environment mirrors the inner state we aim to cultivate, alignment becomes easier to maintain. When these elements, thoughts, emotions, actions, language, and environment come into alignment with desire, we create a vibrational harmony that becomes undeniable. Inner vision is the guiding compass of our inner world, the unseen blueprint that shapes the course of our lives. It goes beyond physical sight. It's a clarity of purpose, a vivid imagining of our highest self, and a steadfast commitment to what we seek to create. While the external world constantly shifts and demands our attention, it is the inner vision that anchors us, offering a stable point of focus amid the noise of daily life. The practice of cultivating inner vision begins with an intentional stillness, a retreat inward where the mind quiets and allows space for imagination to flourish. In this space, free from distraction and doubt, you can begin to create a mental image of what you truly desire. Often people drift through life, reacting to circumstances and unaware of their ability to direct their experiences. But inner vision is the first step toward conscious creation, a powerful shift from passivity to active engagement in shaping your world. When you cultivate this vision with clarity and detail, you establish an unshakable guide that directs your thoughts, decisions, and actions. Inner vision is not just about picturing a desired outcome. It's about living in the feeling and belief of it before it physically manifests. When we imagine our goals with vivid detail, seeing ourselves in the moments of success, fulfillment, or joy, we begin to embody those feelings. This emotional alignment is crucial, as the feelings we cultivate internally set the tone for what we attract externally. If you desire success, the practice of inner vision allows you to feel the satisfaction and pride of accomplishment long before it appears in the physical world. This feeling state influences the mind, reshaping the way you think, behave, and ultimately experience life. It removes the barriers of self-doubt and fear, replacing them with confidence and purpose. To strengthen inner vision, consistency is essential. It's not enough to think of your dreams occasionally. They must become a part of your daily inner landscape. This involves a ritual, a dedicated time each day where you immerse yourself in your vision. Many people use morning and evening as times to connect with their inner vision, as these are moments of natural stillness when the mind is most receptive. In this practice, you let go of the outer world's demands and focus solely on your ideal state. You see the details, feel the emotions, and allow the experience to fill your mind, as if it is already happening. Inner vision also requires discipline. The mind is prone to wandering, influenced by the constant input of external information, opinions, and distractions. To maintain focus on your vision, you must train your mind to return to it even when doubt arises. This discipline transforms inner vision into a form of mental resilience, where you learn to hold on to your vision regardless of external circumstances. When you face setbacks or challenges, rather than giving into discouragement, you return to your inner vision, reinforcing the belief that your goals are still within reach. This steadfast commitment to the inner vision is what sets those who succeed apart from those who waver in the face of obstacles. One of the most profound aspects of inner vision is its ability to reshape our sense of identity. The vision you hold within becomes a mirror that reflects back to you who you truly are, beyond the labels and limitations others may place on you. Through inner vision, you can see yourself as capable, powerful, and worthy. Over time, this self-perception grows and begins to influence every area of your life. When you view yourself as someone who is deserving of abundance, love, and success, you begin to act in alignment with that belief. This shift in identity is subtle but transformative, guiding you to make decisions that honor your highest potential. Inner vision also fosters a deeper sense of purpose. When you hold a clear vision of your goals and dreams, you are less likely to be swayed by trivial pursuits or distractions. Your inner vision provides a sense of direction, allowing you to prioritize what truly matters and avoid energy-draining activities that don't align with your goals. It helps you make choices that are in service of your dreams, rather than merely reacting to life's demands. This sense of purpose provides not only motivation, but also a profound sense of fulfillment as you see your life aligning with what you truly value. Inner vision is a tool for personal empowerment. By nurturing an image of the future you wish to create, you are taking control of your narrative rather than allowing it to be shaped by others. You become the author of your own story, aware that the vision you hold within is the seed from which your reality will grow. This awareness instills a sense of responsibility as you recognize that your thoughts, beliefs, and actions are all contributors to the manifestation of your vision. With this responsibility comes a newfound freedom to create a life that aligns with your deepest desires, free from the limitations imposed by society, fear, or past experiences. Inner vision creates a natural sense of patience. When you are deeply connected to your inner vision, you develop trust in the process of creation. You understand that manifestation follows a rhythm, and that what you hold within will unfold in the physical world at the right time. This trust in timing alleviates anxiety and allows you to enjoy the journey, knowing that each step is bringing you closer to your vision. Instead of feeling rushed or pressured, you can savor the present moment, confident that your inner vision is already working to shape your future. In its essence, inner vision is about creating a sanctuary within, a place where your desires are free to take root and grow. Through consistency, discipline, and emotional alignment, your inner vision becomes an unstoppable force, guiding you toward the fulfillment of your dreams. It transcends mere wishful thinking and becomes an embodiment of your highest potential, a living, breathing reality that will ultimately manifest outward. The energy of attraction is the invisible force that shapes our reality, guiding experiences and people into our lives based on the frequency we emit. It is not a passive phenomenon, but an active, dynamic energy field created by our thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and intentions. The concept of attraction is often misunderstood as simply thinking about what we want, however. Attraction is about embodying the energy of our desires, allowing them to manifest from the inside out. When we align with this energy, we become magnets to the circumstances, people, and opportunities that match the frequency we are sending out. Attraction begins with the awareness that everything we think and feel carries a certain vibration. Positive emotions such as joy, love, gratitude, and hope create a high vibrational frequency, one that resonates with abundance and possibilities. In contrast, emotions rooted in fear, doubt, or resentment generate a low frequency, which tends to attract scarcity and limitations. To truly harness the energy of attraction, it's essential to cultivate a positive emotional state that is in alignment with what we want to experience. This emotional state is like a signal sent out into the universe, drawing back energies that are on the same wavelength. When you feel and act as though you already have what you want, the world around you begins to shift to match that vibration. An essential aspect of the energy of attraction is belief. Our beliefs are the foundation of our vibration. If we desire something but do not truly believe it's possible, we create resistance, blocking the flow of attraction. For instance, someone might wish to attract wealth, but simultaneously harbor a deep-seated belief that money is hard to earn or that they are not worthy of financial success. This inner contradiction creates a push and pull dynamic where the desired outcome struggles to take root. To overcome this, it's necessary to examine and reshape beliefs to be in harmony with our desires. When our beliefs align with our goals, the energy of attraction flows freely, allowing manifestations to unfold more naturally. Visualization plays a crucial role in cultivating the energy of attraction. By vividly imagining the desired outcome as though it is already present, we immerse ourselves in the feeling of having it. This practice reinforces the belief that our desires are attainable and aligns our thoughts and emotions with them. Visualization isn't just about seeing something in the mind's eye, but about creating a sensory experience that feels real. When we see ourselves in situations of joy, success, or fulfillment, we generate emotions that raise our vibration. This elevated state becomes a magnetic force, amplifying the energy of attraction and helping us draw in what we desire with greater speed and intensity. Another component of the energy of attraction is gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful emotion that shifts our focus from lack to abundance. When we feel grateful, we acknowledge the good that is already in our lives, reinforcing the vibration of abundance. Practicing gratitude daily rewires our minds to focus on what is working and what is possible, rather than dwelling on what is missing. This shift in focus enhances our energy field, making us more receptive to new opportunities and blessings. When we approach our desires from a place of gratitude, we are not reaching out from a state of neediness or lack, but from a state of wholeness and fulfillment. This energy attracts more of the same, as like attracts like. The energy of attraction is also influenced by the words we speak. Language carries energy, and the words we use can either support or weaken our vibrational field. Positive, affirming language such as "I am capable, I am deserving," or "I am open to receiving," reinforces a high vibrational state. In contrast, self-limiting language like "I can't," "I'm not good enough," or "I don't deserve" lowers our vibration and creates barriers to attraction. By consciously choosing words that reflect our goals and desires, we reinforce the energy of attraction, sending a clear message to the universe that we are ready to receive. The company we keep and the environment we inhabit also play roles in shaping the energy of attraction. The people around us can either amplify our energy or drain it. When we surround ourselves with positive, supportive individuals who encourage growth and possibility, our energy rises and our ability to attract expands. However, negative environments or relationships rooted in fear, doubt, or criticism can pull us into lower vibrational states, limiting our capacity to attract what we desire. Cultivating a space and a community that reflects our aspirations strengthens our energy of attraction, creating a nurturing ground for our desires to manifest. The energy of attraction is fortified through inspired action. While positive thinking and visualization are essential, they must be accompanied by action that reflects the outcome we desire. This is not about forcing things to happen, but about taking steps that align with the vibration we wish to maintain. If one desires health, for example, they might take actions such as exercising, eating well, or meditating. These actions support the vibrational frequency of health, reinforcing the message that this is the reality they are attracting. Inspired actions demonstrate trust in the process, showing that we are actively participating in the co-creation of our reality. Faith and trust are the final pillars of the energy of attraction. Attraction is a process that unfolds over time, and it requires patience and belief in the unseen. Often, when results don't appear immediately, we may start to doubt or question our path. This doubt can weaken our energy field, creating resistance and slowing down the manifestation process. Trust in the process is essential to maintain a consistent vibration that supports attraction. When we hold faith in our vision, even without tangible evidence, we keep our energy aligned with our desires, allowing them the time and space to materialize in their own perfect timing. This trust in the unseen strengthens our ability to attract, creating an unwavering magnetic force that draws in what we seek. In essence, the energy of attraction is about creating a harmonious resonance between our inner state and our desired outcomes. When thoughts, beliefs, emotions, words, and actions all align with what we want to attract, we become a powerful magnet, naturally drawing in experiences that match our vibration. Through intentional focus, gratitude, supportive environments, inspired action, and unwavering trust, we nurture this energy, inviting our desires to manifest with ease and flow. The power of focus is one of the most transformative forces we possess. Focus is the ability to direct our attention, thoughts, and energy toward a specific goal or desire, giving it our undivided dedication. In a world that constantly bombards us with distractions, from notifications to responsibilities and expectations, focus becomes not just a skill but a superpower. It is the bridge that connects our desires with their manifestation, a tool that channels our mental and emotional energy into the formation of a new reality. When we truly understand and harness the power of focus, we can shape our lives with precision and intentionality. Focus begins in the mind, where thoughts are shaped and directed. Every thought we entertain holds a certain energy and has the potential to either build or dismantle our dreams. When we focus on a specific outcome, we bring that outcome to the forefront of our mind, allowing it to occupy space within our consciousness. This repeated attention strengthens its presence in our mental landscape, making it more real and attainable. In contrast, when we allow our minds to wander or become consumed with doubts and fears, we dilute the energy required to bring our goals into reality. Focus, then, is the practice of disciplining the mind to remain steady, filtering out distractions and staying anchored to our vision. The power of focus is also a matter of emotional commitment. It's not enough to simply think about what we want, we must feel invested in it, dedicating our emotions to the pursuit of our goals. Focus is amplified by the emotional energy we bring to our desires. When we concentrate on something with passion, enthusiasm, and belief, we infuse it with a magnetic quality that attracts the resources, people, and opportunities necessary to make it real. Emotion fuels focus, and together they become a powerful force of attraction, drawing us closer to what we seek. This is why people often say, where attention goes, energy flows. The stronger the focus, the more energy is available to support the desired outcome. Focus also cultivates resilience, a critical trait for those on the path of personal growth and achievement. Challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt are inevitable, yet the power of focus allows us to stay grounded in our purpose even when circumstances are less than ideal. With a clear focus, we are less likely to be swayed by temporary obstacles or the opinions of others. Instead, we develop an inner strength that keeps us connected to our vision, regardless of external conditions. This unwavering dedication builds resilience, allowing us to persist through difficulties and maintain momentum toward our goals. The ability to remain focused in the face of adversity is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who give up when the journey becomes challenging. Focus also enhances our capacity for deep work and mastery. When we concentrate on a specific skill or area of interest, we create the conditions for continuous improvement. The mind becomes attuned to the subtleties and complexities of the task, allowing us to refine our abilities and gain deeper insights. This level of engagement is often referred to as a flow state, where we are fully absorbed in the task at hand, losing track of time and experiencing a heightened sense of creativity and productivity. The power of focus allows us to enter this flow state more frequently, enabling us to achieve levels of mastery that might otherwise be unattainable. Through focus, we unlock the potential to become truly exceptional in our chosen fields. Another key aspect of focus is the ability to prioritize. Focused individuals are not easily distracted by trivial matters or minor setbacks. They know what matters most and dedicate their energy accordingly. By focusing on their top priorities, they avoid the trap of spreading themselves too thin, which often leads to burnout and dissatisfaction. Instead, they channel their resources toward the pursuits that align most closely with their goals and values. This prioritization creates a sense of purpose and clarity, reducing the mental clutter that comes from trying to do everything at once. When we focus on what truly matters, we gain a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment that comes from knowing we are living in alignment with our highest aspirations. The power of focus extends beyond individual goals and projects. It has a profound impact on our overall quality of life. People who cultivate focus often experience greater mental clarity, emotional stability, and physical energy. They are less susceptible to stress and overwhelm because they are not constantly pulled in multiple directions. Focused individuals know how to conserve their energy, avoiding unnecessary distractions and managing their time with intention. This focused approach to life promotes well-being, as it allows us to experience the present moment more fully and engage deeply with our surroundings. Through focus, we can create a balanced and harmonious life that reflects our inner values and desires. Focus also empowers us to make decisions with confidence. When we are clear about our goals and priorities, we can make choices that support our vision rather than hinder it. This clarity eliminates the indecision and second-guessing that often accompany a scattered mind. With focus, decision-making becomes a straightforward process, as we are guided by a sense of purpose and direction. Each choice becomes an opportunity to reinforce our commitment to our goals, creating a chain of actions that steadily moves us closer to our desired outcomes. This confidence in decision-making is liberating, as it allows us to navigate life with a sense of assurance and purpose. The power of focus is not merely a skill to be practiced occasionally. It is a lifestyle, a disciplined approach to living with intention and purpose. Developing focus requires consistent effort and a willingness to let go of distractions that do not serve our highest good. This might mean limiting time spent on social media, creating designated periods for deep work, or setting boundaries with people who drain our energy. These practices are not about restriction, but about creating a space in which our true potential can flourish. When we make focus a habit, we align our daily actions with our long-term goals, creating a sense of flow and harmony in all that we do. The transformative power of focus lies in its ability to amplify our creative power, bringing clarity to our vision and aligning us with the path toward our highest potential. Through focus, we cultivate a mindset that is not easily swayed by distractions or obstacles, allowing us to navigate life with clarity and purpose. The release of resistance is an essential practice in manifesting the life we desire. Resistance is often an invisible barrier, created by our own doubts, fears, and limiting beliefs that stands in the way of our goals and aspirations. When we resist, we unconsciously push away what we seek, setting up mental, emotional, or even physical blocks that hinder our progress. Releasing resistance means letting go of these obstacles, creating a clear and open pathway for our desires to come to fruition. This practice is an inner shift, a conscious choice to remove the weight of doubt and negativity that restricts us from fully aligning with what we desire. Resistance often emerges from deeply ingrained fears or beliefs that create a barrier between us and our goals. These fears can take many forms: fear of failure, fear of success, fear of the unknown, or fear of judgment. For example, someone may want to pursue a new career but feels apprehensive about the risks involved. This apprehension creates resistance, holding them back from taking action and aligning with the opportunities needed for their new path. By identifying and understanding these fears, we can begin to release them, recognizing that they are simply protective mechanisms our mind creates to keep us safe within the boundaries of the known. Releasing resistance then requires a willingness to confront and let go of these fears, trusting that our desires are achievable and that we are capable of overcoming any challenges that may arise. Releasing resistance is also about letting go of the need to control every aspect of the manifestation process. Often we get attached to specific outcomes or timelines, expecting things to unfold exactly as we envision. This attachment creates a form of resistance as we begin to focus more on how things should happen rather than allowing them to unfold naturally. When we release this attachment, we open ourselves to infinite possibilities, trusting that the universe may bring us what we desire in a way that is even better than we imagined. Letting go of control is not about abandoning our desires, but about cultivating a mindset of trust and surrender, allowing the process to flow without interference from our own limiting beliefs. Another significant aspect of releasing resistance is recognizing and releasing the negative self-talk that often accompanies it. Our inner dialogue can be a powerful source of either support or resistance. If we constantly tell ourselves, "I'm not good enough, I don't deserve this," or "this is too hard," we reinforce the resistance that blocks our progress. These thoughts become self-fulfilling prophecies, as they create a mental environment that aligns more with our fears than our goals. By practicing positive affirmations and self-compassion, we can gradually replace these limiting thoughts with empowering beliefs that support our journey. This shift in self-talk helps to dissolve resistance, creating an inner atmosphere that is conducive to growth and success. Emotional release is also a vital part of releasing resistance. Emotions like anger, sadness, and frustration often linger beneath the surface, creating tension and blocking the flow of positive energy needed for manifestation. By acknowledging and processing these emotions, we can release the energy they hold over us, freeing up mental and emotional space for positivity and progress. Techniques such as journaling, meditation, or even speaking with a trusted friend or therapist can help us work through these emotions, transforming resistance into acceptance and inner peace. When we process and release these feelings, we are no longer weighed down by unresolved emotions, allowing us to move forward with a clear mind and an open heart. The practice of mindfulness also plays a crucial role in the release of resistance. Resistance often arises when we dwell on past experiences or worry about future outcomes. By focusing on the present moment, we can break free from these thought patterns, grounding ourselves in the here and now. Mindfulness helps us to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment, allowing us to recognize resistance as it arises and to gently let it go. In this state of present awareness, we are better able to respond to challenges with calm and clarity, rather than reacting out of fear or frustration. This conscious presence makes it easier to release resistance and to maintain a state of openness and receptivity toward our desires. Another powerful method for releasing resistance is cultivating gratitude. When we focus on what we already have and feel thankful for it, we shift our energy from a state of lack to a state of abundance. Gratitude opens our hearts and minds to more positive experiences, creating a flow of energy that naturally attracts what we desire. Resistance often stems from a sense of dissatisfaction or impatience, feelings that tell the universe we are not content with our current state. By practicing gratitude, we affirm that we are already blessed and open to receiving even more. This shift in focus dissolves resistance, creating a harmonious inner environment where our desires can manifest more easily. Releasing resistance also requires a commitment to self-trust. Resistance often surfaces when we doubt our own abilities or question our worthiness of achieving what we desire. When we trust ourselves, we build confidence in our capacity to handle whatever comes our way. This self-assurance enables us to move forward without hesitation, knowing that we are fully equipped to achieve our goals. Building self-trust can be a gradual process, involving small steps that reaffirm our capabilities. Each time we honor a commitment to ourselves, we strengthen this trust, reducing the need for resistance and creating a sense of inner stability that supports our growth. Visualization is another tool for releasing resistance. By vividly imagining ourselves achieving our desires, we create an emotional experience that aligns with our goals, reducing any fear or hesitation that may arise. Visualization allows us to experience the reality of our desires on an emotional level, training our minds to accept these outcomes as possible and real. Through regular visualization, we become more comfortable with the idea of success, diminishing any subconscious resistance that may have held us back. This practice helps to bridge the gap between where we are and where we want to be, creating a sense of inevitability that removes the obstacles created by doubt and fear. In essence, releasing resistance is about creating an open and receptive state where our desires can flourish. It involves letting go of limiting beliefs, emotional blocks, and the need for control, replacing these with trust, positivity, and a sense of inner peace. Trust in divine timing is the practice of releasing our attachment to the when of our desires and understanding that there is a natural order to when things unfold in our lives. This concept rests on the belief that the universe, or a higher force, has a unique timing that is beyond our limited perspective. Trusting in divine timing is about letting go of impatience and aligning ourselves with the flow of life, acknowledging that everything we seek is arriving at the perfect moment, even if it doesn't match our personal timeline. When we surrender to this larger timing, we allow space for our desires to take root and flourish in the most supportive conditions. A key aspect of trusting divine timing is understanding that each delay, redirection, or pause we experience serves a greater purpose in our growth. Sometimes, when we are eager to manifest something, we can overlook the value of the preparation phase, a period where we grow stronger, gain wisdom, or acquire the skills needed for the journey ahead. For example, if someone has a deep desire to start a successful business, but faces multiple delays, they might feel frustrated and question the process. However, during this time, they could be learning resilience, acquiring new skills, or gaining insights that will ultimately contribute to their success. Trusting in divine timing helps us view these periods of preparation as essential parts of our journey rather than as setbacks. Divine timing also invites us to release the need for control over the sequence of events. Many of us have a natural desire to control the outcome and timeline of our dreams, setting rigid expectations around how things should unfold. However, this urge to control can lead to resistance, frustration, and even burnout. By trusting in divine timing, we shift our focus from controlling every detail to nurturing a sense of faith that everything is happening as it should. This shift allows us to move from a place of tension and stress into one of peace and acceptance. When we release control, we open ourselves to unexpected opportunities, ideas, and pathways that we might otherwise overlook. Patience is a natural outcome of trusting divine timing. Patience doesn't mean passively waiting. It is a mindset that recognizes and accepts the value of each moment. When we trust that our desires are being orchestrated by a greater force, we can focus on enjoying the journey rather than obsessing over the destination. This patience brings with it a sense of calm, reducing the anxiety and urgency that often accompany our desires. Instead of worrying about when something will happen, we learn to find fulfillment in the steps we're taking today, knowing that each action brings us closer to our goal. This patience enables us to be present, to savor our progress, and to appreciate the lessons we encounter along the way. In trusting divine timing, we also embrace the notion that delays or detours may be protecting us. Sometimes a delay prevents us from moving too quickly into a situation we are not fully prepared for, or a path that might not serve our highest good. Divine timing may be guiding us towards something even better than we initially imagined. For instance, someone may be seeking a relationship and find themselves waiting longer than they expected. During this time, they may be led to work on their self-worth, resolve past emotional wounds, or gain clarity on what they truly desire in a partner. This period of waiting can be seen not as a lack of progress, but as a time of transformation, ensuring they are ready to attract a fulfilling relationship when it aligns with their growth. Trusting divine timing also allows us to embrace the ebb and flow of life. Just as seasons change and flowers bloom in their own time, so too do our desires unfold in alignment with a rhythm that is unique to us. By aligning ourselves with this natural flow, we are no longer swimming against the current. Instead, we become participants in the rhythm of life. This flow reminds us that there are seasons for planting, nurturing, growing, and harvesting our dreams. Each season has its purpose, and trusting in divine timing means respecting the process, understanding that each phase prepares us for the next. In this way, divine timing becomes a guide that helps us navigate life's unfolding with grace and ease. Letting go of impatience is another essential component of divine timing. Impatience often stems from a belief that we need to have everything now to feel complete, but divine timing teaches us that we are already whole. When we become impatient, we are often operating from a place of lack, believing that our happiness depends on having a particular outcome as soon as possible. Trusting divine timing invites us to shift our focus inward, to find fulfillment in the present moment, and to nurture a sense of gratitude for what we already have. This inner contentment frees us from the need to rush, allowing us to approach our desires with calm confidence rather than urgency. Divine timing also instills in us a sense of faith that we are always being guided. This faith is a powerful force that allows us to move forward with confidence, even in the face of uncertainty. When we trust in divine timing, we develop a relationship with this unseen guidance, sensing that we are never truly alone in our journey. We begin to see the subtle signs and synchronicities that appear in our lives, reassuring us that we are on the right path. This faith empowers us to continue, even when the way forward seems unclear, knowing that each step is unfolding as it should. Divine timing reminds us that every moment is meaningful, every experience valuable, and every delay purposeful. Trusting divine timing also opens us to the idea that our desires may manifest in unexpected ways. Sometimes what we envision for ourselves is only a fraction of what is possible. By releasing the need for specific outcomes, we make space for even greater manifestations that align with our highest good. Divine timing often brings us gifts that exceed our initial expectations, leading us toward paths we might not have chosen for ourselves, but that bring us profound joy and fulfillment. This openness to the unexpected is a hallmark of trusting divine timing, as it allows us to expand beyond the limits of our imagination, welcoming all the possibilities that life has to offer. Divine timing encourages us to live with a sense of purpose and presence. When we trust that everything is happening at the right moment, we are free to invest fully in each present moment, knowing that it holds value and meaning. This presence enables us to engage deeply with our lives, rather than living in anticipation of the future. Each day becomes an opportunity to cultivate our strengths, to nurture our passions, and to prepare ourselves for what lies ahead. By living with intention and presence, we align ourselves more fully with the unfolding of our journey, experiencing the beauty of life's timing in its entirety. The mirror of life reflects back to us what we hold within ourselves. Whether that's our beliefs, emotions, attitudes, or expectations, life acts like a vast cosmic mirror, revealing the contents of our inner world through the situations, people, and experiences we encounter every day. This reflection isn't random, it's a manifestation of the energy we're broadcasting. If we feel confident, optimistic, and capable, we tend to attract opportunities that affirm those qualities. Conversely, if we carry doubt, fear, or resentment, life reflects situations that resonate with these emotions. This mirroring effect is profound because it offers us a powerful way to understand and change ourselves by observing what we attract. At the core of this concept is the idea that life mirrors back to us not only what we believe, but also what we deeply feel about ourselves and the world around us. If we're constantly attracting experiences of lack or hardship, it may indicate an inner narrative rooted in scarcity or unworthiness. This is not about blaming ourselves for what appears in our lives, rather. It's about seeing these reflections as indicators of what might be happening internally. Life gives us opportunities to look into this mirror and adjust our inner dialogue, beliefs, and expectations accordingly. The world around us, then, becomes a feedback system, alerting us to the areas where growth or healing might be needed. The mirror of life also reveals how interconnected our inner and outer worlds truly are. When we change how we view ourselves or shift our perception of a specific situation, our outer world responds accordingly. For example, someone who begins to value and appreciate themselves more deeply may find that their relationships improve, that they're offered better opportunities, or that they naturally begin to attract situations that align with their newfound self-worth. This mirroring effect extends to all areas of our lives: career, relationships, health, and even daily encounters with strangers. It's as though the universe rearranges itself to reflect our evolving state of consciousness, providing a continual loop of feedback that helps us refine and elevate our inner world. This concept of life as a mirror also teaches us about responsibility. When we understand that what we experience externally reflects our internal state, we're empowered to take responsibility for our reality. This doesn't mean we control every outcome or prevent all challenges, but we do have the ability to influence how we respond and how we perceive what's unfolding around us. For instance, if someone encounters frequent conflict with others, they might begin to ask what inner beliefs or emotions could be attracting these interactions. Perhaps there's a belief in unworthiness or a fear of rejection that manifests as friction in relationships. By recognizing this, they can work on transforming these beliefs, and in doing so, they may find that their external interactions become more harmonious. The mirror of life also offers profound lessons in self-acceptance and self-compassion. When we encounter challenges, setbacks, or moments of difficulty, these are often reflections of unhealed parts of ourselves or areas where we feel vulnerable. Instead of reacting with frustration or self-criticism, the mirror invites us to approach these experiences with curiosity and compassion. Every difficult encounter is a chance to understand ourselves more deeply, to heal what needs healing, and to grow. Through this lens, we start to see that life's reflections, even the uncomfortable ones, serve as a path to greater self-understanding. The mirror of life doesn't show us our flaws to punish us. It reveals them so we can embrace and transform them. Another key aspect of the mirror of life is that it teaches us about projection. Often the things we judge or criticize in others are qualities we haven't fully acknowledged within ourselves. If we find ourselves repeatedly annoyed by certain traits in people, it may be worth examining if those same traits exist in us, perhaps in a different form. For example, someone who feels irritated by a coworker's arrogance might carry a fear of appearing too self-assured, or might have suppressed their own need for self-confidence. By recognizing these projections, we begin to dissolve them, realizing that what bothers us in others is often a call to integrate or heal that quality within ourselves. In this way, life's mirror helps us uncover hidden parts of our psyche, bringing our awareness to what needs to be integrated or released. The mirror of life also extends to our dreams and aspirations. When we hold a vision or a desire, life begins to mirror that dream back to us in subtle ways, guiding us toward its fulfillment. If we desire a career that aligns with our passion, we might start noticing opportunities, meeting people in that field, or stumbling upon resources that support our journey. This mirroring effect isn't always instant. Sometimes it unfolds gradually as we align our thoughts, feelings, and actions with our aspirations. However, the more clearly we envision and feel our dreams as already being true, the more life reflects them back to us. It's as if the universe senses our intention and responds by putting the pieces in place to support it. Life's mirror also brings into focus the impact of gratitude appreciation. When we appreciate the good in our lives, even the small things, life often reflects more of that goodness back to us. Gratitude shifts our inner state, creating a feeling of abundance, which then attracts more reasons to feel abundant. By focusing on what we appreciate, we cultivate a mindset that notices and magnifies the positives, turning them into a cycle of growing joy and fulfillment. The mirror of life is especially responsive to gratitude because it's a powerful expression of alignment with the present moment. The more we celebrate what's already in our lives, the more life amplifies these positive aspects. The mirror of life reminds us that we are always influencing our reality. Every thought we think, every emotion we feel, every belief we hold sends out a ripple, shaping what we experience. When we recognize this, we start to become more mindful of our internal state, understanding that what we nurture within will eventually be reflected in our external world. By cultivating thoughts of love, peace, abundance, and joy, we begin to see these qualities mirrored in our experiences, interactions, and the people we encounter. This shift doesn't happen overnight, but with consistent inner work, we start to see the reflections of our efforts all around us. The mirror of life also requires us to be honest with ourselves. It's easy to blame circumstances, other people, or external forces for what we encounter, but the mirror reminds us that we play a central role in creating our experiences. If we're willing to look into the mirror with honesty, we might notice patterns, recurring themes, or unresolved issues that keep showing up. This awareness is empowering because it provides the insight needed to make changes from within. Instead of viewing challenges as obstacles, we begin to see them as reflections of what needs to be acknowledged and transformed. The mirror of life encourages us to look within, to take responsibility for our part in creating our reality, and to consciously shape our inner world. The mirror of life is ultimately an invitation to evolve. It's a tool for self-discovery, personal growth, and spiritual awakening. Through this mirror, we're given the opportunity to examine and elevate our beliefs, to heal past wounds, and to nurture a vision of ourselves that aligns with our highest potential. By embracing this reflection, we begin to transform not just our perception, but also our experience of reality. The more we refine our inner world, the more life mirrors back a reality that is harmonious, fulfilling, and in alignment with our truest selves. Through life's mirror, we find that change truly begins within. Faith and surrender are two interconnected forces that play a pivotal role in the process of manifestation and the experience of life itself. Faith in this context is not merely a passive belief in an outcome, but an active trust in the unseen forces of the universe, an unwavering confidence that what we desire is on its way to us. Surrender, on the other hand, is the conscious release of control, the willingness to let go of the how, and when of our desires, and to trust that everything is unfolding in perfect timing. Together, faith and surrender create a powerful synergy that aligns our intentions with the flow of the universe, allowing us to manifest our deepest desires effortlessly. At the heart of faith lies the understanding that we are more than mere individuals navigating a chaotic world. We are interconnected with the universe, and our thoughts and emotions have a profound impact on the reality we create. This recognition can be both liberating and daunting. It requires us to cultivate a deep sense of trust in ourselves and in the processes of life. When we have faith, we acknowledge that we are co-creators of our reality, and this empowerment encourages us to focus on what we want rather than what we fear. Faith opens the door to possibilities, allowing us to envision a future filled with abundance, joy, and fulfillment. Yet, faith alone is not sufficient. It must be paired with surrender to truly unlock the magic of manifestation. Surrender does not imply resignation or defeat. Instead, it signifies a courageous choice to release our grip on the outcome. It is the conscious decision to let go of the need to control every aspect of our journey. This act of surrender is an expression of trust, acknowledging that while we may set intentions and take action toward our goals, we do not always know the best path to reach them. Life is inherently unpredictable, and clinging to rigid expectations can lead to frustration and disappointment. When we practice surrender, we invite a sense of ease and flow into our lives. We shift from a mindset of struggle and striving to one of acceptance and receptivity. In this state, we become open to new opportunities, insights, and synchronicities that may guide us toward our desires in unexpected ways. For example, a person who is deeply invested in landing a specific job may become disheartened if they face setbacks. However, through faith and surrender, they can trust that their journey is unfolding for a reason. By letting go of attachment to a specific outcome, they may discover alternative paths or opportunities that align even more closely with their true purpose. One of the greatest challenges in practicing surrender is the fear of uncertainty. When we release our desire to control outcomes, we inevitably confront the unknown. This can evoke feelings of anxiety or insecurity, especially if we've been conditioned to believe that we must always be in charge of our lives. However, it is in embracing uncertainty that we often find the greatest growth and transformation. When we allow ourselves to sit with the discomfort of not knowing, we open the door to a deeper understanding of ourselves and our desires. We learn to trust our intuition and the wisdom of our inner guidance, recognizing that the universe is always conspiring in our favor. Faith and surrender also require us to cultivate a deep sense of self-awareness. This self-awareness involves recognizing our limiting beliefs, fears, and patterns of thought that may inhibit our ability to trust and surrender. Often we may find ourselves holding on to past disappointments or traumas, which can create a barrier to fully embracing the present moment. By shining a light on these inner blocks, we can begin to reframe our beliefs and release old patterns. For instance, someone who has faced repeated failures in their career may struggle to trust that success is possible. By examining these beliefs and practicing self-compassion, they can begin to cultivate a new narrative rooted in faith, allowing them to surrender to the unfolding of their journey. The practice of mindfulness can greatly enhance our ability to embody faith and surrender. Mindfulness encourages us to stay present in the moment, to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment. This practice allows us to notice when we're clinging to specific outcomes or succumbing to fear. By cultivating mindfulness, we become more attuned to our inner landscape, enabling us to recognize when it's time to let go and trust. We can learn to breathe deeply, center ourselves, and consciously release the need for control. In this way, mindfulness becomes a powerful tool that supports our journey of faith and surrender. Faith and surrender also remind us of the importance of alignment. When we align our actions with our intentions and embody the feelings we desire, we create a powerful energetic resonance that attracts our desires into our lives. For example, if we seek love, we must first cultivate self-love and embody the qualities of a loving partner. When we trust that our desires are already on their way, we are more likely to act in ways that align with that faith. This alignment creates a harmonious flow between our inner and outer worlds, allowing us to navigate our path with confidence and grace. The journey of faith and surrender is not always linear. There will be moments of doubt, challenges, and setbacks along the way. However, these experiences are not signs of failure. Rather, they are opportunities for growth and deeper understanding. When we encounter obstacles, we can choose to view them as lessons that strengthen our faith and deepen our ability to surrender. Each challenge becomes a stepping stone on our path, helping us refine our intentions and deepen our trust in the universe. The dance between faith and surrender is a lifelong journey of self-discovery and growth. It invites us to embrace our inherent power as co-creators of our reality, while simultaneously acknowledging the wisdom of the universe. By nurturing our faith, we cultivate a mindset of abundance and possibility, and through surrender, we release the limitations of control, opening ourselves to the magic of the unknown. Together, these forces create a profound synergy that enhances our ability to manifest our dreams and navigate the complexities of life with grace and ease. The more we practice faith and surrender, the more we discover the beauty of living in alignment with our truest selves, trusting that what we seek is always seeking us in return. In conclusion, the journey of manifesting our desires is a profound exploration of faith, surrender, and alignment with our true selves. We have delved into the essence of believing in the reality we wish to create, recognizing that our thoughts shape our experiences. By embracing the power of alignment with our desires, we ensure that our actions resonate with our intentions, paving the way for the universe to respond in kind. As we cultivate our inner vision, we learn to see beyond the physical realm, tapping into the limitless potential that exists within us. The energy of attraction reminds us that like our emotional state and vibrational frequency draw to us the experiences and opportunities we seek. By honing our focus, we sharpen our ability to direct our energy toward what truly matters, allowing us to manifest with clarity and purpose. Through the release of resistance, we create space for new possibilities, freeing ourselves from the limitations of doubt and fear. Trusting in divine timing encourages us to embrace the present moment, recognizing that every step of our journey is unfolding perfectly. The mirror of life reflects our inner beliefs and emotions, reminding us that our external experiences are a direct manifestation of our internal world. Ultimately, faith and surrender form the foundation of our journey. They invite us to let go of control and trust in the unfolding of our lives. As we nurture these qualities, we step into a state of flow, where we can confidently navigate challenges and celebrate our triumphs. Remember, what you seek is indeed seeking you. As you align your beliefs, embrace the power of focus, and surrender to the divine flow of life, you become a magnet for your desires. So go forth with unwavering faith, embrace the magic of surrender, and trust that the universe is always working in your favor. Your dreams are not just possible, they are waiting for you to claim them.